lock down the street. So we drop it, so we do it. This is when you come to lock down the street. So we drop it, so we do it. This is rhythm I lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This is when you come to lock down the street. Alright, so we chop it, so we do it. Down down we lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This is when you come to lock down the street. All I'm full of go play back again. And everybody say yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them couple of the big tune. All I'm full of go play back again. And everybody say yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them couple of the big tune. All I'm full of go play back again. And everybody say yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them couple of the big tune. All I'm full of go play back again. And everybody say yeah. All I'm full of go play back again. See them couple of the big tune.
I don't know what this is about, but it's all jacked up. How are you, folks? Welcome to the stream. I've got a tug right under the nose. That's just not going to work for us today. We're trying GSX, right? So GSX was released in FS2020, and well, I've got to configure it. It's been nothing but headaches. I got to be honest. I mean, GSX has really jacked this thing up. This release has been a lot of headaches, but like anything, it's going to get better. But we've got to configure a whole bunch of crap. We're not going to do that today because we're going to be flying out of here, finishing up our trip finally from Oakland. We'll go to Vegas. It's only like an hour and 10 minutes. And those of you who have joined, I want to welcome you to the stream. What we're about is really doing it right, learning something and having fun. Come to the right place. My name is Jason. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can, just let me know 5x5 I can hear you. That'll help me get through this so we can plow through. Everybody's here checking in. We got Hatchet 182. How are you? I haven't seen you in a bit. Hopefully you're doing well. Pops is on. You're a day late. I am a day late, and thank you, Pops. I am a day late, but yesterday we had a whole bunch of crap weather coming in, and I was just so tired. I went fly fishing, and I got home, and I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I'm exhausted. So that's kind of what I did. And anyway, it ended up being okay because we had weather coming in, so it worked out. Right now, Oakland's reporting winds are 2703 at 3, 8 statute miles, and clear skies. So just a little foggy in Oakland, which tend to get. Now, GSX, what we're going to do, it's a little different how this is going to work. So if you call the GSX fueler, nothing will happen. It's really cheesy. So we're going to use the PMDG, and unfortunately, I'd rather use the GSX refueling, but it does not work well with PMDG, so we're just going to do it this way. We're going to do it old school, at least using the PMDG. And I think, I don't know, I have my opinions on this, on how the integration with PMDG should work, and I think it could echo. I probably echo a lot of the same feelings that you have when it comes to this. Like, I know the Phoenix, it's a seamless integration, right? So that's something that I'd like to see, is a little more integration with GSX and PMDG. It seems that they're kind of separate, right? And I'll show you why. So we're going to get fuel starting to pump here as the fueler pulled up. The tug, we can get all this done. Now, what GSX does, and I'm sure you folks know this, GSX puts their own gates in, and they really did a nice job. We love the gates. GSX is great. They do their own pushback, which is nice, and we'll go ahead and start pumping the fuel. While they do that, now I'm going to call for Galley.
This market refueling truck is on its way.
The crap's they talking about right now? So that was
Please
weird.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
What? Oh, so we're going to disable that because that's not right. As we're pumping fuel into the aircraft now, we're going to go ahead and call for GSX. So up here, I'm going to go to the GSX menu.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
What are you talking about? No, it's not. So I mean, I got to customize. So if you can go customize. Can't customize there for whatever. Alright, let's try doing this. Let's go to the main menu. And that's
this parking is too small for your aircraft.
Okay, so we might have to just go old school with this and have to deal with it. If I go to request catering services, let's see what happens. So catering services requested, the whole 9 yards. The fishing was fun. Yeah, it was just tough. It was tough fishing. I mean, not a lot of going on. Buddy from work, never been fishing before. He lives in Tennessee, and he's like, Jason, would you take me fly fishing? I said, let's go. He was in town, so I took him fly fishing. Just, only for about 3 to 4 hours, but I think he's hooked. I think he likes it. So
catering vehicles are on their way.
Okay, I'm going to disable that. That is for sure. So we're going to go Oakland here. We'll put that ref in there. We'll get this thing going. Hopefully it'll be pushed back here in about 20 minutes. We don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to make this pretty quick. And as I sit there and yap to you, I'm going to turn on a few things. I got to get FSU IPC loading. I've got to get PAC-X loading. There's so many little systems that you need to run. Well, you don't need to run it, but you kind of do to get everything working well. I've got to type in SW ACARS, so we'll pull that up. We'll get our ACARS program going here. I'm just going to bring it over on this side. All right. We were going to go fly fishing today, but the weather is going to be crappy, and I thought I'd get this flight in really quick. Done. By the way, we did catch fish, so if you're wondering, yes, we caught fish. We just we didn't catch our normal, 20. Usually when we go in the spring and the fall, we get, they just jump on our line, and yesterday was real slow. It's a winter, summertime, very hot, and fish are a little more lethargic, especially in the rivers systems. Okay, what the heck are we doing? We're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the outside. You can see what's happening now. This is the cool thing about GSX. It does this automatically. It's going to send in some catering folks. This Jet Aviation wouldn't be. It would be a Southwest. So, I mean, these are the kind of things we got to configure. Oh, look, the fuel truck now is coming. I don't know what they're doing here. First of all, I don't want low level. I don't want low lead in the aircraft. This is avgas. 1203. That's not going to work. Call him away. I need the actual fuel truck. Jet A fuel. That's what's cool about this this GSX deal. We're getting the catering on the aircraft now, and that's pretty nice to do. All right, PAC-X. Let's get that loaded. Once we're airborne, folks, it's probably like an hour and 13 minutes. It's really short. So I'm going to be cruising pretty quick. So that is the intent. And we're going to start boarding our passengers now. So that's done. And I'll call up the GSX menu. It's another thing. Every time you want a
This parking
GSX
is too
pulled up.
small for your aircraft.
Oh, shut up. I'm going to go ahead and click request boarding. All right, let's see what
Boarding
happens.
requested.
Okay. So that's good to know. So our passenger load right now, I think I wrote down, was at 129. Don't know. Let's go ahead and see what VTP says. I'm going to pull up Virtual Performance Tool. We're going to get that going here, and I'll show you. All right, this is our VTP. Where I go. All right. As we do this, we're going to go to weight and balance really quick. We're in the 700.
Pilot's boarding starting.
That shouldn't be. We really should be in the aircraft. So, I mean, these are the kind of things that we have to adjust. If I come down here and I click PAX, Virtual Dispatcher, and I click SimBrief, it's going to load what we need. And this is beta right now, but you can see what we're going to have to load up. Looks like 127 kids. We've got 134 packs. So 120 and 7. Looks like 134 total, but that's with crew. So we're going to go 127. All right, so we'll put in 127 in there, and then our bags at 2465 and 2368 on the aft hold. I'm going to write that down. 2465 and 2386. I want to see how well this integrates, you know. So 127-ish. I'll guess with you. That's good. Okay, I'm going to throw my name in there and sign. That's what's cool. Load OPT. So we're going to load that into the dispatch. That all should have been loaded. Let's see if it's loaded. It's loaded here. You can see this is nice. This is our cargo layout. We'll go ahead and get all that done. Let's see what's happening with our boarding. Yeah, we got to it's just a little bit of configuration with this crap. We don't need the air stairs or anything like that. Let's get rid of the caterers. It seems like the catering is done. It makes it a little bit busier. I will tell you that. We're going to release our fuel truck, get them out of there. We're going to go 127. This is what I'm saying about this. You got to do multiple things because... Let's go shut our doors. Once we close these two doors, the caterer is going to go. Yep, so the catering's leaving. Oh, that's all right, Thims. Just thanks for joining us, man. We're trying GSX, so I'm with you. It's the first flight. I never started GSX yet, so kind of messing around with it, seeing if it works okay. Okay, we're boarding. These guys are pulling away here, and let's go drop into everything else that we need to do. Okay, 0 fuel weight. Pull up my paperwork, see what we got. I'm estimating 0 fuel weight 112.7, so we're going to drop that in here. Let's get that going. Reserves are 5, cost index is 40. We're not playing around here. Cruise altitude 31,000. See, it's closing the door. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know why the overwing exit's open. That shouldn't be. So there's, see what I'm saying? It's a little jacked up right now. That shouldn't be. That should be opened. So obviously it's doing stupid stuff, and you know, I think it's just the integration issues that's going on with it. But if you're thinking about buying it, you know, you might want to wait a few weeks until they hammer out the bugs, because there's some buggy issue here that I'm seeing at least. All right, we're gonna take off at 12,000. Here we go. Let's check outside. I should see baggage. All right, we got bag loaders coming out now. See, they should have been opening the doors. That's one of the things that I'd like to see, is that automatic integration. I shouldn't have to do this. Very annoying. and you're trying to do a bazillion things, the last thing you want to do is concentrate on, oh, I got to open the doors and I got to get all the bags in and all this baloney crap that we got to do. It's ridiculous. And then you got to go to payload. Let's go to ground service. See, the thing is, if we go here and we load that 2465 in, and I put it right here, it's not going to do anything, you see, because there's nothing here. So 2465 and 2886. So you actually have to do it in the payload section. And you're going to go 2460. That's what I mean. It's not progressive, like it's instantaneous. It's not like PMDG, where they do it progressively and you see the weight starting to go up and all that stuff. Right? So that you gotta, it's just stupid, right? It should be completely integrated. The animations are nice though for GSX. This fuel truck needs to go away. So how do you get the fuel truck out of there? Click fuel, go 12.1, and click enter, and it should tell you we're done. See, it's so stupid. I mean, it's not even. It's what I mean. It's not integrated. It's not. Viewer of Simmer, what's up? It's just not integrated. Yes. Yes. Jason, can you talk about when you're at cruise, how to use anti-ice? Yeah. How and when to use it. Good. Yep, it's coming. I mean, we're getting the weather coming in here, so let's talk about it. Let's go back to our GSX. We'll, I mean, not GSX. Let's go back to our dealio here. And I want to show you what's going on here on the outside. It's pretty cool. Look at the animations. This is why GSX is cool. I mean, you can see, I mean, they're putting the bags on the aircraft, which is awesome, on both front and back. So, pretty neat to see that. And while they do that, let's go ahead and pull this up. And we'll check this out while you guys watch this. Everything else is good. Fuel is good. Yeah, it's about right, 12,000 pounds. So I'm good with the weight and balance. One thing I do want to check out is just look at your envelope here. And you can see we got good. We're a little bit forward of MAC. So you can take a look at our takeoff MAC. We're at 15.5. That's really forward. I'd rather it aft CG, a little more speed, less stable, but it's a little more speedy that way. Again, I wish this would integrate. Runway would be 270. We're going to take runway 30. It's kind of the standard here in this particular area. All right, and then we're just going to go ahead and import the weather in. Everything looks good, and it's optimum. All that's good to go. And our pounds, that's the one thing I wish. And this is in beta, folks, so this is going to probably transfer over. Look at your total load. We're probably going to have 120,000. Oh, excuse me. Where's our weight and balance at? Takeoff weight says 125.8. Let's see what we've got on our... Yeah, so 124 is our takeoff. 124.5 is probably what we're going to put in to this. So we're going to go 124.5 on the weight. Just to see here. Yeah, we got that. Done. 124, 500. And the MAC was pretty darn forward, I think. Let's see what we get here. Okay, we got flaps 1. We're going to do 124.5. We're looking at 8.8.
On behalf of the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight. As you find your seat, be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. If you have trouble
so you are
finding a
busier. I
location
will
for
tell
any
you
of
right
your
now,
carry-on
you're
items,
busier.
please use the flight attendant call button over your seat and somebody will assist you.
Trim
If the
6.75,
overhead bin is full,
cell temp
please make sure you
61,
close it as a courtesy
130,
to other
132,
passengers.
34.
Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear and other passengers can make their way to their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating
Strap back
responsibilities
in.
in the card in the seat back in front of you.
Cell temps,
if you're not able to
what,
comply
61?
with these actions, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be reseated.
Okay, that's good. 88.3. That's kind of what we had.
During the boarding process.
Takeoff.
Larger
We've got to do
electronic
some
devices are sealed
routes
once you
here.
depart from the gate.
Oakland
Thank you and welcome
to
aboard.
Vegas. That's not what you want to do, you moron. Alright, I'm going to put that no. I got to put Oakland in there at least first. We can do it. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Stand by. Stand by. I know what I'm doing. I know what we're doing here. I'll tell you what I screwed up. This. And then I'm going to go ahead and export the flight plan now so the aircraft knows, and the wind link. So that's our sim brief integration. So now we can go Oakland to Vegas and throw it in the co-route. What are you doing? Put an S there. Put it in the co-route. There we go. Runway is 30 on the departure. So we'll go runway 30, and I believe the route we're going to fly is Shendel 5 or Sendel 5. We'll go Sendel 5 to Natal Q174 to Fletcher. This is a pretty quick flight, folks. It's really quick. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Chordal 2, it's probably going to be the 2.6s, I'm assuming, or it's the 1.9ers. So I couldn't tell you yet. I'm going to plan 2.6s, or I'd rather the 1 if I can get it. But we'll plan on that. Fletcher transition. And we'll activate, execute. Go to our legs page. We've got Unported, and then we've got a disconnect and a towel. We'll go ahead and drop that disco in there. Done. And then we are good to go. Alright. Route data's in. Request the winds. Probably a little too early to do that. N1 limits in. That's good. Flaps. We're going to go flaps 1. We already said it. CG is not there yet, but it should be bound. See, this is 22.4. Because we don't have all the passengers on board the aircraft, we're still loading passengers and baggage and all that stuff. This is cool. I like to see this. It's pretty neat. Flying to Vegas. Let's go. SS, what's up? You said keyless, last streams, takeoff and landing were superb. Kudos. Hey, thanks. Looks good though. Lucky you get GSX setting. Yeah, it's GSX, and let me tell you, it's been a disaster. Like nothing short of very frustrating. So that's why I said if you don't want the frustration, I'd wait at least a week or two. Let them hammer out the bugs. There are some bugs with it, but like anything, and you folks know, they've got a pretty good product and they've had it for years. So this is our first flight. I'd like to see how this is going to look. Oh, that's cool. Bag's gone. I'd like to see how this thing looks. Let's see if they close the baggage door. The guy's left. The baggage door is open. See, that's what I mean. Like, that's the kind of thing that we wish that I don't have to worry about right now. Now I got to worry about it. I got to go in there. I got to close the stupid doors. It's those kind of things. And I don't think this is GSX's fault. I think this is another fault. Somebody else's fault. Because I think the Phoenix doesn't do that, right? It's full integration from what I've understood. All right, fuel's on. Passengers are getting loaded. Enough of the complaining, right? At least we got it. So I'm good with that. I'm just saying I'm not bashing on. I don't think it's them. See this right here? You know, why would it do that? So we're trying to board our passengers now. As that's done. Okay, again, this is a through flight, so we don't have to do much. So we're going to get the heck out of here in about 5-10 minutes, folks. I promise. But it's interesting to see this new integration and what we got going on. At least with all the other stuff. So at least you could kind of see what GSX, what I had to do to get this to work was I had to delete the entire add-on folder that I had in terms of the add-on manager for Flight FS Stream Team. I had to just completely delete the entire thing one by one, and then this is another thing I wish I had was integrated. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that either. This I do want to do. I'm going to throw the seatbelt sign on. Okay, that's on. And again, for Pack X, I wish it was integrated. I don't have the time to really sit there and mess with it. I really have to. I'll throw that on. A's are off. B's are on. Coming down, that looks good. You can go ahead and delete this. You can hold it for 5 seconds. Delete the stupid recording. Don't really have to, but you could. Once that light was on, good to go. All right. Coming down here, that's good. Looking at our pressure, we're at 31,000 with a landing altitude of 2181. So we'll just go 2200, call it even. We're on the left side, that's fine. All right, cool. Why is there an auto brake on? All right, coming over here, let's go ahead and get this thing dialed in terms of everything else. Looks like weather is 29082, so let's go ahead and program that in there. 29082. That's our pressure. There we go. 29082, that's good. Flight directors are on both sides. I like that. All right, let's pull up the charts now. We are flying the, what is he called it? The Sendel 5? Sendel 5? I'll guess with you. I think it's the Sendel 5 RNAV out of here. Lots of construction. And we're looking at pretty much straight out to Sendel, and then we're going to be making a quick left turn right by San Francisco. So if you're sitting on the captain's side of the aircraft, the left side of the airplane, or port side of the aircraft, you're going to get a really good view of San Francisco. So hopefully, excuse me, starboard side, you're going to be at a real good view of San Francisco. So we'll try that. And it's below 10,000, so we're going to go ahead and bring this up below 10,000 feet. We're kind of on an altitude cap, probably because of San Francisco. And we're very close to San Francisco. That's probably why. 134 it looks like we have there, and we're going to do a heading of 296. We're getting closer, I promise. Last time I was all ready to go for you, and we pushed in 20 minutes. 17 minutes or something like that. But, you know, whatever. We're still boarding. You can hear them. All right, that's good to go. Trim is like 6-ish. 6.7. About right there. Okay, I don't need to check any of that because I already did. Okay, coming back here, going to go 2200. I don't know why this is on. It should be on standby. Okay. Checklist, I'll run it so this we're sitting out here twiddling our thumbs. All right, FMC's program briefing is complete. Oxygen mask and quantity we've checked. EECs, they are on. Navigation switches are normal. Display switches are auto and normal. Fuel, we're cleared with 12,100, and we have about that on board. The center pumps will be off. Passenger signs are on. Window heat is on. Hydraulic pumps or A's are off. B's are on. Pressurization is set in auto. Looks like we're done.
We are ready to go when you are.
Looks like we're pushing back. Auto brakes on RTO. Takeoff warning horn check. Park brake is set. Aileron and rudder trim are centered. Before push, 0 fuel weight. Now I got a 0 fuel weight here of approximately, we'll put in our CG now. See, I said that CG is going to go down a little bit. 19.6. We're pretty close. 122, 25, 34. I've got that dialed up. Those are good. Okay. We're going to end the limit. 0 fuel weight. So let's go ahead and just check that really quick. I just want to make sure our 0 fuel weight is looking good. So I got 112.7. This is 110. So 2,000 pounds under of what our weight said in our paperwork, and that's probably because of passengers. right, so passengers don't show up very well. You're a little lighter than what you anticipated. I got a gross weight of 122 now, which is fine. The N1s are going to be a little, our takeoff speeds are going to be a little different. 22, 25, 34, that's good. Trim is all right. That's 6, so not much difference than what we looked at. Okay, where are we? Takeoff weight we've got, and ones are coming in. 61 over 18, 88.3 reduced set. Runway's 30, that is set. And the flaps are going to be 1 with our trim at 6. And minimum clean of altitude. Don't care, I'm not setting it, so it's set to 1,000, whatever. Flight deck door and all of our doors. We'll go ahead and close the doors. And let's get out of Dodge. And let's see this dang thing work. So GSX time, folks. Let's see how it works. All right, ground services. Nope, I want to go ahead and close the door. Yep. We'll close that door. I do have everything loaded. Performance calculator will give you a recommended flap setting, usually 1 for 7.5. Did I miss something? Yeah, Charles, it says, how do you determine flap setting? Yeah, perfect. Scenery doesn't look half bad. Is it payware? Yes, Jordan. This is a payware scenery for Oakland, and it's pretty cheap. I think it's done by Flight. I want to say MS Scenery developers. All right, APU's coming online. We're going to throw all of our fuel pumps on now, and I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the air conditioning cart. We're going to remove that stupid thing. We don't need it. So ground services coming, air conditioning released, and we're also going to go ahead and kick off the power when we get the APU fired up and ready to go. All right, we're going to get this dang tug hooked up to the aircraft and all that. Let's see if I turn on the beacon light, will the jetway pull back? No. So we're going to have to tell the jetway, and we're going to go ahead and pull the chocks off. When we get the APU lit, you can hear it starting now. All right. I got to take a drink here. It's been a long time. Where's the wide camera? Oh, you're gonna have to tell me. You're gonna have to. You're going there now. I'll tell you what happened with the camera. Is we had, if you can fix it for me, that'd be great. I ended up upgrading my monitor, right? But I upgraded the monitor to, it's huge. I mean, it's ultra wide. So I see a big, I'm losing, when I stream with you, I lose 4 inches on either side of my screen. That's this much of screen I'm missing. It sucks. And the reason why that is because the capture card, I can go, it's a 35 or 3550 by 3440 by 1440 or something like that. 3550 by 1440. It's huge. The problem is my screen card does not capture it. It can capture it, but then your frame rates, the hertz on the monitor drop to like way down. So I could try it ultra wide and see if it works, because I'm with you. I'd rather have ultra wide. So I've messed with it. It's really buggy. It doesn't work very well for me. So unfortunately, I'm stuck doing this thing until we figure it out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and release the ground power. I'm going to pull the chocks and let's see if the jetway pulls. There it goes. The jetway is now pulling, so that's good. All right, jetway is backing up. Let's go ahead and call the tug service and let's see this.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 661 with service to Las Vegas. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Minutes.
Boarding completed.
Now that the cabin door is closed,
Prepare for
please
the
make sure that all
pushback and
devices are in
departure.
airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all calls.
Okay, the problem is I don't see any action with the tug, right? So the tug's not moving on us. What the crap, man?
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Are you serious? Well, where is he? Okay, that's a glitch. That, what are we doing here? Guy's walking right under the aircraft. What is he doing? He's on the nose gear. You see that?
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
I'm hoping this kind of comes correct. There we go. Let's see what happens. This is what GSX, I think a lot of us... Whoa, where are you going? Okay. This is what GSX kind of does. This is why we got it. I don't think it's very...
Locking gear.
Okay, we've got this guy in the nose gear. He should raise that as you push the aircraft. This should be... is a pump. It's a hydraulic pump. Yeah, there he goes. Cool. It's gonna push us back my hand, Scott. It's funny. Alright, we should be good. Let's get in there, release the brake. You should let us know. Okay, we're hooked up. Release the parking brake. We got this. Anytime. What's he standing there for? Now we could get in there, release the brake, and see what they do. They might freak out. Or is it waiting for us for a command prompt or something? Because don't we? I'd like to tell it where to go. That's another thing, folks. I wish there was a quick command. There isn't.
This parking is too small for your
shut
aircraft.
up. Alright. Continue pushback. Yes. Okay, here we go. Now I want to try this quick edit pushback. I'd like to see... Oh, we could just do tail. We're going to go nose right, tail left. Let's just do that. I'm not going to screw around.
Release parking brakes.
Alright, let's get in the aircraft. Let's release the dang brakes and we'll be out of here. We'll be out of their hair. And let's see how they do. We're going to go outside and...
Commencing push.
let's see how they do.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this process would have been done. That tow bar would have been hooked up. Oh, we're going to smash into this. We're going to smash into this. Somebody screwed up. Bam! There's like $5 million right there.
Ladies and
No,
gentlemen,
more than
please
that.
direct
Probably
your
like
complete
20.
attention to the flight attendants as they demonstrate the safety features of our aircraft. You will notice a light...
So far, I mean,
illuminated
it looks cool.
When this light is illuminated,
They're doing a
please
good
fasten
job
your
there.
seatbelts low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert
like
the metal
this.
fittings
Let's see
into
how
one
they
another
turn.
and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as we may experience unexpected
And I
turbulence.
just want to see what's
There are
going on.
several
That's kind of
emergency
why
exits on this aircraft. To
I'm doing this.
familiarize
Well, let's get
yourself
to
with
flying,
the emergency exits on this aircraft,
Come
please
on.
refer to the safety card in
Come on,
the
let's
seat back
get
pocket in
started
front
up.
of you. In some cases, your nearest exit might be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor to guide you towards the exit. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you and place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and tighten the straps if necessary. And don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Oxygen is flowing to the mask and you can breathe normally. If you're traveling with children, now's the time
So
to take
far,
your
so
favorite
good.
one. But secure your mask and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it.
Not
In the
bad.
event that the pilot decides to take us for a swim, a fashionable life vest is located in a pouch underneath
Now they
the
should
or
stop.
between the armrests. When instructed
They
to
should
do
stop.
so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest.
Okay,
Flip it over
they
your
should
head.
stop.
Wrap
There
the
we go.
straps around your waist and buckle at the front.
We're going to
Pull
set
the
our
strap
parking
to
brake
tighten.
now.
To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If your life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device.
Sure.
Once again, all devices must be in
Sure,
airplane
I'm
mode
gonna
and
start
your larger
both of them.
devices must be turned off and stowed at this time. Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full
It's not really that
position.
hot here,
We
but
remind
folks,
you that this is
it's
a non-smoking flight.
18
Tampering
degrees.
with, disabling,
Let
or
me tell you
destroying the
something.
smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law.
It's
All of
19
this
degrees.
information and more can be found in the
We're
safety
talking
card located in the
64,
seat
so
back in
I'm not
front of
even
you.
worried about
We suggest reading this and letting a cabin member know if you
heat
have any questions.
at this
Thank
point.
you for flying with
Unlocking
us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Let's go outside, see what they're doing. Okay, he's unlocking the gear. That should pop the... What the flipping into my airplane? Alright, there we go. They should pull the pin now. This guy should duck. That goes right through the aircraft. Look at that.
Tow
He's a
truck
ghost.
disconnected. Bypass pit removed.
Is it?
Left is clear. Right is clear.
No, it's not. You gotta get out of my way, man. Yeah, I'm with Scott, man. That's slow. I'd be freaking out right now. Okay, they're out of there. We're done. We got 2 good starts. We're going to throw that on. APU is off. Come upstairs here. Throw those on. Pitot heat on. Let's get to flying. What do you say? Pack's coming on. APU bleed. One more time on that side. On the left side. Taxi light is on. Check. Flaps coming 1. Agreed. I need to speed this process up. No joke. Alright, let's do the checklist. And let's get out of here. I do have to program this. Electrical generators on, probe is on, anti-ice is off, flight controls are free, flaps, CDU says 1 indicates 1 with a green light. There we go. Transponders coming on, TARA, taxi checklist is complete. Let's go ahead and do that really quick. And then folks, just bear with me here. I'm going to turn this on. I got to tune 122.8. I'm just going to do it here just because it's easy. Alright, let's go. I do have to do another thing. I gotta check my audio settings to make sure this should be microphone device is there. This should be my output, which is there. Click apply, click OK. Alright, we should be good to go. Oakland traffic, Southwest 661, taxi to runway 30, Oakland. Okay, a couple things we could do. Just gonna go ahead with this. Pull the brake. Now let's go. All right, folks, we're out of here.
We're
Get my
prepared for
charts.
takeoff.
Good old Oakland. Gotta love it. What'd I forget? That looks like it's way too far over. Sure is. Well, cool, huh? GSX worked alright for us. I got a dog barking at me again. It seems like that's the theme of the game here. Recall complete. Once we get out of here, folks, we'll really start moving this airplane. Picture there. Okay. Yes. One thing I am gonna do is turn on my LNAV and VNAV, and I'm trying not to look too far because sometimes Flight Sim will drop the track IR tracking head movement, and it really is a pain. You can't get it back. At least I can't. I think that's a bug. Hopefully they fix that in SU10. But we'll see. Alright, departure is going to be straight out. And then we're going to be making a left turn, climbing up to 10,000. And doing that whole thing. So, you ready to taxi like we stole it? It's not very far. It's just a quick taxi, so I'm not too concerned. But I am going to go over here, look, hit the attendant notification. I'll bring up the throttles, whoop, all the way up. Just that's a configuration check to make sure that the aircraft's ready to go. Nope, that's a coastal checklist. And before takeoff, departure plan is complete. Attendant notification complete. Electrical generators, they are on. They sure are. Anti-ice is off. Packs are on. Bleeds are set. Now I'm just going to go ahead and check that again with you here. Once I kind of get through this little turn. And then stand by. We'll go. Okay, Chandel 5. Let's pull that up. Straight out to Lee J. Is that under 2,000? Okay, I'm going to set the brakes. Stop the aircraft right now. Let's take a peek. Nobody's there. All right. Really quick, packs, bleeds. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Packs are on, bleeds are on. Always want to make sure that's good to go. It's coming across, turning on the lights. And we're getting out of dodge. Alright, again, I got to lock the headset because I'm looking way over. It's going to drop it. So, okay, recall complete. Let's go. Comments, concerns, cheap shots. Now's the time. Yep, I do have to change something. And I'm going to lock this again because I don't want to drop out. Let's get back here. And I'm just going to turn this on primary. And I'll turn it on primary IMC. There we go. Primary IMC mode, that's what I want, and I'll give them a call. Oakland traffic, Southwest 661, taking runway 30, Oakland. All right, folks, you ready? And I'll get your comments here in a minute once we get airborne. We're climbing up to, we got Lee J, Chandel, and then up to port, straight through, Foyle, Lebo, Young. No, we're not going that way. Which way are we going? Natal. Looks good on this side, and strobe and steady on that side. Coming over here, flipping that on. Pushing the yoke down. You should have all three things on. Yes, we do. Let's go. 40 on the power. Auto throttle's coming to arm. Looks good. Toga. Toga set. Jet out of here. Nice and slow on the powers because we're so dang light. Let's get on the center line. There's 80 knots. Gotta cross check. This is such a fast air. I mean, so fast.
E1.
We'll go.
Rotate.
It's a quick takeoff, folks. Nice and smooth rotation. I don't like this. That's a nice little pause. That'll test your skill.
Positive rate of climb.
Okay, gear coming up. And we're just on flying now. San Francisco's going to be over there somewhere. Okay, we're on it's called the instrument departure, so you can see the speed creeping down on us. Well, we're through 1,000 feet, so we're going to push the nose over. There we go. I'm using trim to help us. We are above flap retraction altitude now, so anytime you can clean them up. All right, and we're passing the 1, so once that's done, we'll go flaps up. And I think we needed to be at 2,000 below, maybe. Yeah, I do. I'm going to go speed down a little bit as I stop the climb. There we go. I'm still flying this manually, but we're about 400 feet above where I wanted to be. That's my bad. I was hoping that Lee J, we could have made that restriction. It climbs like a homesick angel, folks, so that's kind of why. There we go. There's about 2,000 feet, so we'll just level it off. Is that the Golden Gate? That might be the Golden Gate Bridge, straight ahead. I think the Golden Gate Bridge might be... There's San Francisco, so yeah, that's probably the Golden Gate. All right, once we're through here, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the autopilot. So just throw that on, let the aircraft go. The power should come back. The power should come back. See that? See what's going on right now? That, and that. It should be commanding. There we go. There's our turn. Now we're going to climb below 10,000. We're going to keep it. And that's my fault. I should have had the altitude set to 2,000. There's the Golden Gate. You can see it right there, right over the top. Let's get outside. I'm going to say Golden Gate's red. There it is. There's Golden Gate Bridge. If we keep turning, there's San Francisco. That's Oakland. I mean, you could throw a stone right next to each other. This is San Francisco Airport. Not this one, but it's... That's that giant stadium right there below us. San Francisco Giants. Where's that dang airport? It's like right here. It should be right here, very close. Really cool. Because we haven't passed it yet. There it is right there. So San Francisco Airport's right there. You can see that's why they kind of have you all these restrictions and stuff like that. All right, let's get back to flying now. I'm going to cancel the climb. Sometimes you just got to go outside and look. And let's do our after takeoff checks. There's 10,000. Retractables, taxi lights are off. We'll slow the aircraft. I'm actually going to put these two to the off positions because we don't need that. We still have port, so we're going to be below 10,000 till we hit port, and then we could.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now passing through 10,000.
That's Oakland Bridge. Thank you. Oakland Bay Bridge. There you go. We
We
found the Golden Gate. I was going to say it's red.
What's going on? In the galleys or near the lavatories. This aircraft is equipped with onboard
really pretty.
Wi-Fi. You will be required
try to get
you
you some cool views here.
Wish to access it. We do offer
kind of low scud,
complimentary
so it's kind of tough to see
partners.
anything.
Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be
Maybe
able
we
to
could get a
access
glimpse.
our
There it
wide
is right
range
there.
of live
We're
TV and
flying
cable
right over
news
San
library.
Francisco Airport. Right now, you can see that's why they have you really cap you out at 10,000 here. Just want to stay above that traffic that's taken off on 1, which is usually this one. They're to depart this one, they land 2.8s, which is this one, and they usually depart on 1s. All right, beautiful, beautiful clouds. You can see we're just passing the clouds. It's really nice. Let's go ahead and go back in here, and I'm going to try to get inside. There we go. Maybe I can get you a better view. Yeah, kind of. Maybe. It's in that scud here, kind of in the clouds. Well. Alright, back up. Back up to the flight deck. Once we hit port, we're going to be turning to Natal. Well, we got port first, and then it's Udobe? That's a weird deal, huh? Alright, now we're going to start climbing. Let's get this airplane up. Oh, my stupid gear. There we go. What are we going to do? 310? We're going to climb right to it. 310, we're going to click altitude intervene, and that's going to start climbing. San Francisco traffic, can we get a radio check? No one. That's the only problem with this. Check, check, check. Audio, I've got set. Output device is set. Should work. I'm going to do a quick radio check on 122.8. Anybody on frequency, can you give me a radio check? No, whatever. It's not happening. Pressurization's checked. Start switches are off. Pressurization's coming up, looking good. Start switches are off. APU is off, and climb check is complete. All right, folks. Now we can settle down. We're up through 13,000 feet, and we are now headed toward Natal on the departure. And I can go ahead and get rid of this and this. Ground crew just decapitated himself by rep denied. That's Oakland Bay Bridge. There you go. Got that. Yeah, sure. I've got one question to ask, really, one question to figure out if, I think it's Thibs wanted it. Yeah. He said, Jason, when you get to cruise, can you talk about when and how you use anti-ice? Okay. So we're going to talk about anti-ice and then hold that thought on the FCOM. We'll talk about FCOM stuff as well. So anti-ice, it's pretty simple. You use anti-ice, there's two methods. Anytime you're below 10 degrees Celsius on the TAT, the TA, total air temperature, if it's 10 degrees and below, you'll use anti-ice. And what I'm talking about, more than anything, you're going to use engine anti-ice. I know you know where it is, but you always want to make sure a couple things. You want to make sure your starters are in the continuous position anytime you're running your engine anti-ice, okay? So if you're, let me rephrase this. If you're less than 10 degrees and there's a visible moisture, that's it. If it's less than 10 degrees and there's no moisture in the air, there's no big deal. But when you're flying through cloud or something like that, you definitely need to throw the engine anti-ice on and make sure that your igniters are on continuous. Wing anti-ice is a different animal, okay? You don't turn those on. Now, there's a couple schools of thought. Some are complete anti-ice, which is, I don't even want it to build on the wings, okay? And that's going to be more of, it's not recommended, by the way. No airlines recommend that. I shouldn't say no, but I think a lot of them don't because it burns a lot of fuel. Because when you open the wing anti-ice, it changes the logic of the FMC, and it also changes your fuel burn logic. It's going to increase your burn because of the bleed. All right, the bleed is now going straight to the wings, so you're losing a lot of power that way. And what happens is, and especially in 2020, what we're going to do is look right here. See this guy? We're going to look at this. So if we have ice starting to build on our windshield wiper, now we're going to turn our wing anti-ice to the on position. Or that's the best indication of when we have ice. When we're starting to ice up on the windshield wiper, that's when we'll turn it on, okay? Usually in the in airline transport aircraft, you're going to get rime ice, or your ice will build on the windshield wipers first. It's a great indication there. We in the simulator have an advantage over the real life because we could just do this. We could start coming over here. We can start peeking at the wings and see if we've got some ice buildup. Usually if there's ice building on the airframe, that's when you'll turn it on. And you'll turn this thing on, you'll turn the wing anti-ice on maybe 10 minutes, burn the ice off, turn them off again. And if there's ice starting to build up, turn them on again. Okay, that's kind of what you want to do until you descend or you get to warmer air. You can speed up a little bit. But yeah, so in the sim, you might just turn them on, right? In real life, you're constantly turning those off and on, depending on. That's the method that Boeing wants, right? Or an airlines. Turn them on, burn the ice, turn them off. You start an ice up again, turn them on, burn the ice off. It's easier just to keep the dang things on. To just tell you the truth, for us, it's just easier that way. All right, so hopefully that answered your question on when you need to for anti-icing in the aircraft. All right, let's talk FCOM stuff now. You go ahead, ask your FCOM question, and I'll let you know where the heck we are. Waiting for my lunch to come. I'm hoping I can time this right. When lunch gets here, I'll be done. Vegas is reporting weather at... By the way, I need your help. I need you to tell us where you want to go next week. My type rating starts in November, and it's my first. I tried to study the FCOM, but it's a lot. It is a lot, and I don't know what to study, what to skip. Any advice? Yeah, gosh. Right off the top of my head, I want you to, first thing I would do is start studying your maneuvers. Get your emergency procedures down pat. All right, so like your flows, and if you blow an N1, I mean, if you have an N1 cut, definitely, start studying that. Start studying your maneuver section. Stalls, approaches to stall. That was a good one. I think they're going to have you do some turns with or without the spoilers. Stuff like that you'll want to learn. Landing, tail strikes, that kind of stuff. And did you get your manuals yet? Did they give you your flows? If they did, what I would suggest to do is just, if you're flying the sim like this, I would just flow the crap out of this thing. Get your flows down solid, because it's just going to make things so much easier. What's up, Ryan? How are you? Type rating November. Yeah, so if they gave you flows, if your airline has your flows, I would just concentrate on really nailing those flows down in the sim, if you can do it. And then work on, if you're flying the PMDG, start doing N1 cuts, right? Start doing, obviously read the FCOM and figure out the procedures, flap 15 landing, get some emergency procedures in there, rapid descents, especially for your type rating. After that, there's a little bit of that, I think, but it's not as prominent, because they start getting you into more line stuff, where you're probably not going to have that on the line. They still might do it to you, but I would suggest just your maneuver section for sure. And then just your normal operating procedures. But it is a lot. I know, because I'm actually doing that for Coastal right now. So with my virtual airline, I'm essentially taking folks, when they sign up for Coastal, they're going to go basically get a 737 type rating. That's what it is. From start to finish. It's a full airline AQP. It's no joke. So that's exactly what I have our crews doing. And it's funny that you asked that question. I just filmed it. I just filmed some emergency procedures, and of course you take it right out of the FCOM on what to do. Unusual attitudes, that kind of crap. Upset training. Yeah, it's cool. Type rating, they have you do everything. Systems. But yeah, I would hopefully answer your question. I would really dial in on those emergency procedures. Get them down. Memory items, okay, you have rapid decompression. What's the first thing you do? Obviously, don your mask, oxygen 100, establish crew communication, right? That kind of stuff. If you have a hot start, what do you do? What are your memory items? That kind of stuff. All right, we're at cruise altitude. We're going to go ahead and turn off the seatbelt sign. We got pretty good weather. Great weather here in Las Vegas. We'll go ahead and get an idea of what we're looking at here. We've got winds 1103, 10 miles visibility. View clouds are 15. 110 at 3. Ooh, maybe we could fly to the ones. It would be nice to fly on the ones. It's only 3 knots, but are we going to be in Center's airspace? I'm sure is coming. We've got Natal, pretty much right after Natal, the intersection we're about to cross, a waypoint. We're going to go up over the MOA. It's very weird, but there's a military operations, and I believe this is by Nellis Air Force Base. Or Edwards. I can't remember if it's Edwards. I think it's Edwards Air Force Base coming up. So we're going to go over the top of Edwards Air Force Base and drop in, and I'm going to go ahead and get the charts loaded up and ready for us. Yep. Memory items and limitations. That's exactly right. That's in your manual though, right? That's in your volume. Did they give you separate volumes, or is it in the FCOM? Because it's different for us. We have volume 1, 2, and then volume 2 is all, or volume 1 is all your limitations and memory items. Volume 2 is all your systems. So that's kind of how it's broken up. And then the FCOM, for a few airlines I know, the FCOM is all maneuvers, like maneuvering section and stuff like that. But yeah, you should have that down pat, for sure. Your memory items and your limitation, you should know down pat, back and front. But once that's done, then you say, okay, what do I study for maneuvering? That's what I would do next, is look at your... But again, different airlines do things differently a little bit. A little more expanded, I would say. Your obviously your FCOM is a lot more expanded in terms of information, right? All right, folks, let's go to the SID here, the star, and we're going to be doing the Ryan, having to do some airline video training for my job at work. Video training is apparently from Sun Country Airlines, so their airline ground. Oh, cool. I said did my real world training in the morning, on to lunch, over to work this evening. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely, you have the SOPs in the manual, so yeah, that's the, obviously you'll want to study that stuff. Get your limitations down, Pat. You should really start there if you haven't yet. Know the limitations on the aircraft, the engines, everything. Jam all that in there. Flashcards are great to do. And then your emergency procedures. Like I said, memory items, right? Quick reference cards. Everything in the red here is memory items, right? Most of it. That's what I was saying before. You have an APU fire, what do you do? You have an aborted engine fire, what do you do? If you're on takeoff and you're airborne and you're climbing and you're through 10,000, all of a sudden you hear the takeoff warning horn, what do you do? Those kind of things, for sure. All right, let's go with the... Where the heck are we? We're doing the Codal 2, I think. Codal 2 RNAV into the system. Especially for your type rating. Yeah, it's like drinking from a fire hose. It really is, truly is. Okay, I'm just pulling up our charts. That's what I'm doing here, folks. All right, we've got Codal 2. It looks like we're going to be hooking up at... where are we going? We're going to go from Fletcher transition, which is probably going to be from the top. Yep. We got Fletcher transitions at 24,000 feet. Let's go ahead and check that out. Go to the legs page, take a look. Whoop, we're all the way over here at 24,000 feet. We'll go to descent. We're going to go click forecast, request those winds. We'll pull those winds in there, and we're going to get ready for LAX center. Looks like we have Vegas approach as well, and we have tower online. So I hope I can get a radio check here, because I have no idea if anybody can hear me. Anybody on frequency, radio check? Well, we'll find out. The answer is no. Okay. 29er90. 29er.90. Plug that in. I requested the dang descent winds, and I'm waiting for it to come. If not, we'll have to do it manually, which is no big deal. But I was hoping to get the data link working. Sometimes it takes a few seconds to pull in there, but we'll see. So guess what? We're just going to do this by hand. How's that? Let's go 24,240. We're going to plug that in there. We're going to go ahead and do 290. We'll plug that. Oh, I don't want to do that. What am I doing? 24,000. We're going to go 18,000. 180. Plug that in there. And then the last one we're going to do is 12,000, which really doesn't matter because it's so light. Okay, 24,000. We have winds at 33.9. So again, these are, I mean, generally speaking, that's like nothing. This is nothing. 28/7 and 31/8. There's our wind. Nice and easy on the winds. All right, so our okay, I heard that. Hey, can you hear me on frequency? What did he say? He said something, so it must work. It must work. Something, right? At least we got something out of it. All right, what are we looking at? Descent progress page. Looks like descent is 188 miles, so I'm going to start dumping some numbers in. Let's go up here. Here again. There we go. All right. Our landing dispatch is coming in. Runway is, let's see here. Landing runway is 8 right, 19 left. Departing 8 left and 8 right. Interesting. Landing runway 8 right, 9 left. So what I'm going to do is, we got to figure this out. So I'm going to go ahead and call, I'm just going to tune in to center, 135.5. I want to see what they're doing here. So 135.5. I know what they're doing in real life, but that doesn't mean that VATSIM's doing the same thing. So it's kind of one of those things where you're going to have to put the right frequency in. 135.50. Let's see if we can listen. 550. Dang it.
Fresno traffic.
Can't catch a break. Let's see.
Fairway track 20 LA Center, say altitude.
I'd rather land 8 right there. Or 1. They're not landing the 1s, they're landing 8. Departing 8 left, 8 right. Landing 8 right, 19 left. I'll guess with you. Well, I know it's not 26. I can tell you that right now, so I am going to change this. Stand by. I'm going to go arrivals again. We're going to go to the Kotal arrival, and we're going to do 8.
Lock to 450, radar contact to altitude.
Bing. Fletcher. Execute. Come back to the legs page. We've got Fletcher.
458. Direct Los Angeles, VOR, climb maintain audible speed 5.
Then we got RL, Ariel, and then Kotal or Cocktail, whatever you want to call it, Cocktail. And then we got Zelda, Danone, or it's going to drop us down. Okay, we're going to go southbound now, south track. We're going to go the Mezcal Zulumi.
Intercept 2618 with you through 11,000 for 13.
The heck is Jaeger? Oh, there it is.
2618 LA Center, climb maintain level C90.
Up to 290 south of the 2618.
That almost is setting us up for the runway 1. We'll see. We'll see, folks. I don't know. We're going to be in their airspace right after this LIDAT. We'll be in their airspace right after LIDAT, so let's see, we've got Crab, or Carib, what is that? Cabib, Timpson, Scan, right after Scan. That's where we're going to be dumping in. And then we'll call them up right at Scan, maybe a little bit before that. And then we'll drop in. We'll see what they, what kind of surprise they have up our sleeves. I'm not going to program anything in yet, just because it's too early. I have no idea.
Delta 805, contact Las Vegas, approach 135.0.
35-0 is the second.
35-0 for Delta 805. Thanks, you have one direct.
November 2452, LA Center.
Yeah, good luck. Let us know how you do on your typewriting and enjoy the process. That's a lot of work, I know, but enjoy it. It's drinking from a fire hose is what it is. Oh shoot. Oh, I was gonna get this done. I don't know the runway. I'm gonna plan 8 right, 19 left. Who knows what they'll do to us. 19 left. Yeah, well, they won't give us 19 left because we're coming in from the south, so they're probably gonna just land us 8, which we're gonna have to go put a button hook in, which would be cool. I don't think I've landed 8 right in a long time in Vegas, folks, to be honest with you. 8 right is not an a runway that we normally land on. But we could do the RMP approach. It'd be sweet. I would love that. Takes us right in, button hook to the right. Cool. It's a cool approach. I'm going to try that if I can get it. If we can get 8 right RMP, I'll take it. It's really going to be a cool approach.
They're doing 520 approved, call back.
Okay. I'll guess with you. Let's go 8 right on the performance numbers.
Double 4051, traffic 12 o'clock, 15 miles, same direction is a Saab 340, flight level 250. You'll be climbing above them, no factor. Rogers, we got him on the 2 Saab, or 2452, LA Center.
Stupid. All operative got that landing. What was going to be our landing? It was like 2,000 off of the
60 heavy, cross goal at and maintain flight level 250.
115, give or take.
Maintain flight level 250, BG 1160.
Negative, BG 1160 heavy, don't descend and maintain flight level 250. Cross the Skull waypoint at flight level 250.
Skull waypoint. That's in Los Angeles. He's flying in Los Angeles. All right, here we go. We've got auto brake 2 at 8,000.
1160, stay back again because I think I have just missed your last transmission D2 connectivity.
Auto brake 2.
BG 1160, that was unreadable for me. Just verify cross goal at flight level 250.
All right, let's go auto brake 2. We don't need it, but we're going to turn it on.
LA Center, November 2452. I lost a radio contact. I am at flight level 240, about to pass over Sellers.
2452 LA Center, I've been trying to call you. Maintain flight level 240 now.
Maintain 240. Sorry about that. For some reason, it lost radio.
BG 1160. So should I maintain flight level 250?
Okay, BG 1160 heavy, cross the Skull waypoint at flight level 250. Make sure you're at flight level 250 when you reach Skull. American 5.
Copy, BG 1160. I will maintain flight level 250 when I reach Skull. Thank you. I am flying.
American 538, climb maintain flight level 280.
280, American 538.
Oh, it's fun, folks. It's getting busy. Getting busy. Okay.
LA Center, this is flight 209. Can you possibly get flight level 250?
Alpha Mike Foxtrot 2029, stand by. Now what's your call sign again, Alpha Mike Foxtrot?
Amp flight 2229.
Okay, and flight 2029. If you want to change your altitude, I have to change your arrival. So do you want to maintain 250 or change your arrival?
131 on the ref. Whew. Sorry, 131. 131 on the ref. Let's put that in there.
Southwest 2618, we're going to stop our climb at 25,000. We'll be ready for descent on the arrival. Center Green United 1 at 8,000. Let's get up again.
Yeah, shoot. Okay, what I'm going to do is put a fix in there.
Maintain flight level 250.
Can't do that right now.
Hey Furman, we're pretty much ready to descend on the
I hate to do this, but I'm going to do it.
So 2618, descend via the Rounders 2 arrival, runway 8 right, Vegas altimeter 2990.
8 right.
Okay, let's take 8 right and descend via the Rounders 2 arrival. Thank you, Southwest 2018.
RMP 8 right it is.
452, reduce speed at 250.
Center United 1 with you at 8,000. Let's get higher.
United 1, LA Center, climb maintain flight level 430.
Nav visual, 8 right. Ooh, cool, transition, Jaeger. Yeah, we like that. Bam. Okay, we got Jaeger. Ooh, we're going to go Jaeger. This is going to be RNAV visual. It's going to be a fun approach, folks. We've got Jaeger, Cena, Mandarin, Samoa, E Young, and then B Harp in. Pretty cool. I like that. Select that, go to fix. Drop it at the top. Let's create a ring. Another ring. Shoot.
Southwest 746, radar contact 30 miles per hour, flight with wind blowing. Welcome aboard. Number 2452, LA Center.
Go ahead for November 2452.
Or 2452, reduce speed at 250.
Reduce speed to 250 November 2452.
United
All right.
331, descend via the Angel 4 arrival, Ontario altimeter 2989.
Send by the Angel 4 arrival, 2989.
2990. 2990 is our altitude.
LA Center, good afternoon. GPS 903,
gosh.
11,000 for
2157. Do I have to do
GPS
this?
903 Heavy, LA Center, climb maintain flight level 350.
I don't want to do this.
Can we amend that to 330?
Oh, I hate when I have to do this.
Maintain flight level 330.
Yeah, we'll fly maintain 330, GPS 90.
Scan.
553 8,000 for 13,000.
Air Canada 553 Heavy, LA Center, climb maintain flight level 400.
400 553 heavy.
Oh, this sucks.
1502, 10-5 for 13,000.
I'm turning the
1502 LA Center,
minimums up.
350.
350 and 1502.
Lots of fun.
1502
SS, what's up, buddy?
Block 7307, 7307.
Sure, 7307 and 1502.
Our 2452, don't descend unless I tell you. Descend and maintain flight level 220 now.
Send 220 November 2452.
Southwest 4051, disregard. American 538, climb maintain flight level 280.
I'm sure it's there, Max 538.
All right, folks, we're at Tamsin and then Scan. I'm going to probably call them up, get ready to call them up at Scan and say, hey, we're headed to Vegas on the Cocktail 2 arrival, 31,000. This sucks. I'm dialing this stupid thing up, taking forever to do it, too. We're at 1,800. You're wondering what I'm doing. If you look on the screen, it's right here. It's such a pain in the neck, this thing. 2100. I wish there was like a fast way to do this, but there isn't. It's just terrible.
LA Center, UPS 9427 Heavy is 11,000 coming via the Orca.
UPS 9427 Heavy, LA Center, good to see you. Climb maintain flight level 350.
Let's see if he hears me.
9427.
Los Angeles Center, UPS 907 Heavy is climbing out of 11,700 via where the five fingers say to the face.
UPS 907 Heavy, LA Center, climb maintain flight level 310.
310, UPS 907 Heavy.
Cocktail 2. Headed to Fletcher. Why don't we get the scam? We got about 19 miles. I'll give him a call, let him know.
November 2452, proceed direct Angel.
Proceed direct Angel, November 2452.
Gonna give us a squawk code, the whole 9 yards.
That was 4051, cross goal at a maintain flight level 250. Cross goal at 350, that was 4051. BG 1160 Heavy, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved to BG 1060.
4 flight 829, 9,000.
4 flight 829, LA Center, roger.
LA Center, Southwest 661 on the Cocktail 2, headed to Vegas to the north on your airspace.
Southwest 661, LA Center, clock 7254.
7254. 7254.
Spirit Wing 520, welcome back.
Limburg Tower, Midjet 204, holding short runway 27, IFR departure.
Lindbergh. You should be on SoCal approach, right?
Medjet 204, LA Center, runway 27 for takeoff.
Oh, maybe not.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff, Medjet 204.
LA Center, Karen 49er, 7,032.
Canada 49, LA Center, climb maintain flight level 360.
Quick question, are the IDG integrated drive gens and the generators separate?
LA Center, Southwest 6517.
Yeah, so the generator is an IDG, right?
6 miles west.
So you have an integrated drive gen that's hooked to the engine on the nacelle on the auxiliary. They are the same. Does that make sense? So your generators, you have two IDGs.
LA Center, radar contact, speed 230.
330 for speed, Southwest 657.
LA Center, Nickel Alpha request. Stand by. Air Canada 49, climb maintain flight level 360.
Air Canada 49, climb maintain flight level 360.
United 231 at Circus, third ILS, runway 25 left approach.
For the 25 left approach at Circus, United 231.
Air 2452, descend via the Angel 4 arrival, the Ontario.
Hang on, I'm trying to listen, folks, sorry.
89er.
That's why I'm not saying much. It's hard when you have ATC on. And I'm going to turn him up because I can't hear him.
So cabin approach speedbird 2302, fully ready for departure, runway 27, San Diego.
Speedbird 2302 at the LA Center, roger. Spirit Wing 520, I show you off course, fly heading 180.
Okay, we haven't had anything yet in terms of radar contact. Maybe I missed it, I don't know. We got Fletcher.
582 now, it's 3.2 for 5,000, runway heading.
LAX Center, speedbird 2302, runway 27, San Diego, fully ready for departure.
Speedbird 2302 at the LA Center, roger. Southwest 661, radar contact, 30 miles northwest VOR, descend via the Cocktail 2 arrival, runway 8 right, Vegas, altimeter 2990.
Okay, descend Cocktail 2, expect 8 right, Southwest 661.
Center Midjet 204, 2.1, climbing via SID.
All right, that's what we got. 8 right in there. We had it all set to go,
Contact climb,
and we're up on the descent.
10,000.
It is a quick flight. This is why I like these.
Fever 2302 heavy.
All right, before we land, I really want your input. I want to know where you want to go next week. So are we going to do a coastal flight, or are we going to do something else? Are we going to do another Southwest flight? Are we going to do an MD-80? What do you want to do? You folks tell me what you want to do for next week, because we're done with the trips. I'm putting them to bed for a bit.
6517, resume normal speed, climb maintain flow level 340.
Just a bit.
Resume normal speed and clear to 340, Southwest 657.
Yeah, I heard about it. I heard about that mid-air collision in California. It's pretty bad.
Descend via Angel 4 arrival, November 2452.
That's just a shame, right? It's terrible.
I think that's enough to descend.
Okay, we're going to go 16,000.
Okay, Alpha Mike
Barely at
Foxtrot
2029.
2029, descend and maintain flight level 210.
0, airport 29.
And Flight 2029, clear to Phoenix Airport as filed, except after Flight 5 arrival.
12,000 and above.
Flight 5 arrival.
Jaegers at 8,000.
Be back correct. Spirit Wings 520, proceed direct Milmar.
You want to see the Mad Dog? SS, he says we could do a coastal as an airline procedure showcase, but you can fly to Indy on Southwest. I want to see the Mad Dog. Yeah, Delta MD-80 at the end of the year. All right. Coastal. We can make up Delta MD-80 trip. We could do a Delta MD-80. We could do a coastal flight. By the way, in coastal, we've got another 4 destinations starting September 1st. So you folks need to get your butt in here so we can get pilots. Well, you know what? It's not you, it's me. I've been concentrating a lot of my time on just the training content.
You don't have the waypoint I'm talking about because you plugged in the wrong transition. Plug in the level transition, then go direct Milmar.
So.
Got a 1502 radar contact lock. November 2452 at Circus, third ILS, runway 25 left approach.
Anyway, what I was saying is that we could do, you know,
Say again?
coastal starting in September.
2452 at Circus, third ILS, runway 25 left approach.
You Raj. Yep, we will be. So I will tell you the 4 destinations we just added.
ILS on Circus, November 2452.
Buffalo.
Maybe 58.
Charleston.
Direct Oceanside.
Myrtle Beach. Miami, well, we're not added there, but there's a lot. We're going to Miami. And Key West. Yes. Key West. Maybe we do a coastal flight. We go from... It'd be fun to go from Myrtle Beach, Miami. It would be fun to go from Buffalo to Charleston to showcase the new routes. We go Buffalo, Charleston, and Myrtle, down to Miami, over to Key West and back. So we could do a turn flight. We can go from Miami to Key West and back to Miami. That'd be fun. Really fun trip.
350 Southwest 2618.
Yeah, awesome.
American 538 descend via the Angel 4 arrival on Ontario altimeter 2989er.
Yes. To answer that question, I hope you heard that. Yes, that training is. One of our pilots just did an airport checkout out of 4 Key West, and you're required to film it. So you got to film the landing, you got to spot land the aircraft, and then you're done. But, lots of fun.
Level 4797 LA Center, clear to Sacramento Airport, Cathedral 1 departure, Palm Springs, NS5, maintain 7000.
What variants would we add? We'd probably add the 800 next. For sure. If we had the money, we'd add an 800 eventually, not right now. And maybe a 6. Maybe, probably not, because the ratio of cost benefit and out, it just doesn't make sense. You're better off running a CRJ or something like that. Because think about it, you're running a 600, you have the cost of a 737, but your passenger load is that much, so you're not getting. It's just not advantageous. It doesn't make sense, right? If you're gonna, that's the 600 didn't do well because it just doesn't make sense. You're burning the same amount of fuel with less people and less passengers in your cabin, right? I would love to fly the 600. It would be cool. Anyway, the 800 for sure. 800, 700. Nothing more than that. I don't think we're going bigger. Matter of fact, we'll probably go smaller for now. There's our descent. I'm not going to tell him we're descending because he's busy. I should, though. Looks like our lunch just got here just in time for about descent.
We'll fly the 453, frequency change approved.
I love day 1 turns, but love the 3-day trips. Cancun. Yep. Does the 300 have any cost benefit? I know the max is a lot of it. Also, 75, that's well out of our reach. Yes, it is.
November 55, Echo Alpha, clearance available. Ready?
All right, here we go, folks.
Our 55 Echo Alpha, clear to the Santa Barbara Airport. SoCal Papa 28 routing. Maintain 5,000, expect 6,000, 5 minutes after departure. Block 7250.
The set minimums are set, VREF. The target is set. Auto brakes on to recall. We checked it out. Good to go. I'll tell you what, Cancun's a possibility, but it won't be next week because that's not one of our destinations.
Southwest 746 request bar.
But we do have a 3-day trip. We have a 3-day trip out of we don't fly ad hoc at Coastal, so you're never going to fly ad hoc flights, right? You're not going to fly, oh, I want to fly to Miami to wherever. No, you can't do that. You're going to start at your crew base and finish at your crew base. That's how it works. So if you take trip 1, let's say, if you start at
and flight 2029, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Hang on. I'm trying to listen at the same time. So if you start at your crew base, you're going to finish at your crew base. So let's say you take trip 1, it's a 3-day trip. You go LaGuardia, you go Miami to LaGuardia, then you go LaGuardia to Bar Harbor, back to LaGuardia, back to Bar Harbor, and you overnight. You're done. Right, so that's I think that's like a 3 or 4, that's a 4-leg trip. Then day 2, you go from Bar Harbor, LaGuardia to Miami, then all the way down to St. Thomas. It's a long one. Day 3 is quick. It's only a 1-leg day, and you go from St. Thomas over to Miami. You're done. And then our second trip, trip 2, is a 2-day trip. And you go, like I just said, Buffalo. Well, you go start at Miami, and you go from Miami to Myrtle Beach, Charleston, to Charleston, West Virginia, and then up to Buffalo overnight. But it's a stressful leg because you're pushing, stressful day I should say, because you're pushing the cost index to 70.
Las Vegas approach 135.0.
135.0, we'll see you, Southwest 661.
Southwest 2315, contact LA Center on 135.55 today.
3555, Southwest 2315, see ya.
Okay, here we go. Vegas approach, Southwest 661, 22,000 on the cocktail 2.
So the 661 Las Vegas, expect the extraction, expect the RNAV runway 8 left, that's under 299.0, 8 is actually occurring.
RNAV 8 left, is that correct? Not 8 right?
I don't know what I said, yeah, 8 right, Southwest 661 RNAV runway 8 right approach.
Alright, 8 right, we'll expect that, Southwest 661. Alright, we'll start descending down to 16,000 now. So hopefully that helps. We've got 3 jets in our fleet now in coastal, and that's what it's going to be. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I got to tell you,
Delta 710 with variable 3 runway 8 left at Alpha 8 with takeoff.
Let's go airplane. Starting to descend. Drop the
GPS
altitude.
402, contact Delhi Center on
Drop the speed.
135.55, good day.
No, you're not going to drop me that much.
GPS 402, have a good day.
Come on, go. Ah, shoot, I need to be dropping down to 250. That's why. Alright, I'll help you. Stinking airplane. I'll help it. No, what are you doing? It didn't grab the altitude. It leveled off at 21,000. So we're 1,600 feet above the profile, folks. What are you going to do? Holy crap. Nothing. You're just going to let it drop. We'll catch it. We're below 19,000. We will be in a minute. Here comes the brakes. Get down, airplane. Let's go. We got to be below 19,000 here at Cocktail. We're through 20,000 right now, and I'm going to help this airplane out by keeping it at about 260. Let's go. There it is. 19.9, and now we're going to catch profile. So I've got to tell you this. Each day is fantastic in coastal. They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous airports to fly to, and times are great. It's beautiful in the morning taking off out of Bar Harbor, all with the ocean. It's just really nice. There's something about that. Same with St. Thomas coming home. You're chasing the sun. It's really cool.
November 5
cool.
in the Gulf, resume normal speed now. Contact Delhi Center 135.55.
Normal speed over 35,000.
I'm going to drop out our altitude to Jaeger's at 8,000. Okay. Coming through 29er, 8-9er, 29er, 9er, 9er now. Lights coming on. The lights are on. Okay.
710, departures, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 192.
2190.
Flew Las Vegas yesterday with winds out of the east,
Southwest
and they were
20,
using
15,
8 left
wind variable
as a
3,
taxiway.
runway
Cool.
5,
That's something you see every day. That is so
Clear
true.
land, runway 8 right, Southwest 2618.
Coastal index is going to be 70 on that second trip I was talking about, because you have to push. I'll tell you why. You're pushing 117. The reason why we're pushing you at 70 on the cost index on that second leg, on that second trip I'm talking about, the new legs that we're starting, is because you have to be in and on the ground by 6:45 p.m. because you have to have 10-hour rest. Part 117. So the airplane, you switch aircraft. So the Miami crew, the crew that takes it down to Miami is done when they go from Miami to Key West and back. They're done. The airplane's dropped off at like 1:30 or 2 o'clock or something like that. I can't forget the time, but it's like 2:30 or something. You have a crew change, and again, you start at 2:30 p.m. and you haul the mustard. I mean, your job is to get that airplane to Buffalo by 6:45 p.m. and you have 2 stops. Okay, so you have 2 legs to do, and you're pushing. I'm telling you, you're putting the coals on the fire at 70 cost index to get that airplane as fast as you can, and the turns are about 20. They're about 30 minutes. We give you 5-minute leeway, so if you want to push 5 minutes early, you can. And so yeah, you're stressed out. You're trying to make schedule. Not only are you trying to make schedule, but you have to get it in before 6:45 to be legal for the next day. So it's stressful. And again, same thing coming down. All right, so you're pushing the first 2 legs from Buffalo. Your cost index is between 40 and 70, and that's up to the pilot, but it can't be less than 40. So you could push it at 70 all the way down to get the airplane to Miami and back within a decent time. Again, earlier the better. That's kind of, and all this training, all of our crews are going to be trained on that. You're going to go through all this training to figure out our schedule and making connections and
We have
stuff
begun
like
our
that.
final descent
It's
into
pretty,
Las Vegas.
it's pretty intense.
Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time.
And that second leg, remember, that second leg from Buffalo is chasing an aircraft from LaGuardia. So both aircraft are in the air heading the same direction at the same time. One's probably about 15 minutes ahead of the other one to make connections. That's what you're doing. You're trying to make the connection. So one aircraft slow at a cost index of 20. The other aircraft is fast at a cost index of 40 to 70. And they meet within about 15 minutes time on the schedule. And we obviously did that for a reason. That's pretty cool. Seeing the landscape and skies is one reason why I love aviation. Yes. And why I'm going to love coastal trips. You will. Yep. Yep. It's cool. Will you allow 250 knots? No, you can't. You can't do that. So you're at you're 170 knots, right? So you'll go 250 to 15 nautical mile ring, and then you have to start backing down, right? So you start slowing it down to about 210. Once you hit that 15 nautical mile ring. Here comes 10,000 feet. I got to do my checklist. Should dumb my approach. Altimeters are set 29990. VREF, packs are on auto. Start switches are on. And that's the approach checklist is complete. And then we'll go for before landing here in a minute. And that's it, folks. Where are we going? You didn't tell me. Anybody with a definitive answer? What are we going to do next week? Are we doing the MD-80 or are we doing a coastal trip? If we do a coastal trip, I could do the new destinations. Maybe. You can pick an airport. They're fun. So if you want to see Key West, maybe we could start at Buffalo, or we could start in Miami, go to Myrtle Beach, whatever. You tell me what you want to do. We'll figure it out. Okay, below 10,000 above 10,000 and below 11, we're right at the mark. Okay, that's Zimpi. We're almost there. Good, because I'm starving right now. So what do you want to do? It's either the MD-80 or a coastal trip.
8 left at Alpha 3, and left Charlie to the ramp. Good day.
Okay, cross 8 left, Alpha 3 left on Charlie to the ramp, Southwest 2615. Deal.
You want to see an MD-80? Anybody else for the MD-80? Maybe we could do a coastal trip after. On the next go around, we can do the MD-80 next week. If you guys want to do that, we can do a Delta MD-80. I'll pick something more an American. Be cool. Do some kind of an American Airlines MD-80 historical trip. And I do have the timetable.
1046, go direct Bella and resume descent via.
For it. Alright, there's bomb. Alright, looks like we got an MD-80, and in September we'll probably do the we could do a coastal trip once we start the new ones. How's that? This is gonna be fun, folks. This approach is gonna be fun. I'm just gonna let you know. This will be really cool. There it comes. You're like, where the crap are we? It's going to have us button hook to the right. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, we'll be using Delta procedures. That's for sure. Does everybody want to do that? There's 2 votes for the 80. Anybody else? Alright. We're going to be level at 8 at 8,000 at Jaeger. 210, 8,000. Boston would be fun. MD-80 Boston trip. That'd be really cool. I love flying that airplane. It's so much fun. Coastal Miami to St. Thomas Saturday stream. Since it's a long flight, yeah. Okay. Be a Saturday trip for sure. We can schedule that on a Saturday. Maybe we can do that after the 80. I think the 80. I just ordered MD-80 flight controls too, so I thought that would be pretty cool to get is flight controls on the 80. Sweet. Okay, once we pass this 15 nautical mile ring, we'll start backing down the speed. See, we got to be at 210 right now at Jaeger. The airplane should start slowing down for us. How about no? How about now?
Southwest 661, I think I gave it to you, but I don't remember now. I'm going to double check. At Jaeger, you're cleared to RNAV runway 8 right approach.
No, you didn't do it, but thanks for doing that. Now we're cleared the 8 right RMP approach, Southwest 661.
Thank you.
Biggest departure, JetBlue 22 with X-ray.
Okay, as the speed drops, we are clear for the approach, so we're going to go ahead and do the Southwest thing and zero out the altitude window so we don't get altitude acquired.
Alpha 8 via Bravo, Alpha 8.
We should be at 210 on the speed, so I'm going to throw some speed brake in there, slow the aircraft down. Spoilers. And we got to get the flaps going, so. Yikes! So between now and, you know, it's going to be dropping us. So what are we now? We got to start slowing the aircraft down a little bit. We should be in at 210, so we can throw the gear to help it. But let's see what happens here. Let's see if we can get this aircraft slowed down. Yeah, we've got it. It's slippery, I will tell you that.
LA Center on 135.55.
And I'm going to go ahead and flap 5. Flaps 5. We'll slow to 170. Okay, you can see nothing's happening. Like the speed, because it's on a step down, right? And while it's on the step down, we got the flipping flaps out. We can't do anything until we get the gear. We're going to have to drop the gear down really quick here.
746 at 10, cleared RNAV Zulu, runway 19 left approach.
I'm watching it. It's still not where I want it to be, so here comes the gear. I got to get some speed. Here come the brakes. I'm going to be aggressive, slowing the aircraft down just a little bit to about 170. I need to get below the caution range here. Once we're below this, and I know we're good to go. So I got the gear down. The flaps are 5. The brakes are out. I mean, yikes. All right, we're good now.
Biggest approach, Southwest 3597 on the Chow 2.
Here come the landing lights.
Southwest 3597, Las Vegas approach, inspect RNAV.
All right, flaps 15. We're going to keep it at, we'll keep it at 170 on the speed. Flaps are 15, which is great. Now it's perfect. Now we're really lined up, looking good. Let's see if we can peek out. The runway is right there. That's where we're going to be landing here. Just letting you know. We're on a right downwind. Or, excuse me, right base. Speed brakes are armed. That's on. We'll start rolling final. Alright, as we roll final, I'm going to go ahead and drop. We're going to go excuse me, I'm going to go VMC primary. That's what I want. Alright. Keep that speed in there, right? Now we'll start slowing it down. We're going to go ahead and flap our next notch of flaps, folks.
Southwest 661, wind variable 3, runway 8 right, clear to land.
8 right, clear to land, Southwest 661. Flaps 30. We're going to slow to 130. What was our ref? 130. Yeah, we got 135, 133. There's a runway. Straight ahead. Alright, I want to run the checklist. Should we grease this thing? No, we can't grease it. The runway's, oh yeah, it's a 10,000 footer. Actually, I want to get off on Alpha 4, Alpha 3. If we can get off on there, that'd be great. Alright, checklist before landing. Speed brake is armed. Landing gear is down. 3 green. Flaps are 30-30 with a green light. Landing checklist complete. Now we're on speed, on profile, looking good. Sync rate is 750. 1,000 feet. Veritable at 3. We're getting a little turbulence just because of the thermals. Disconnecting that. If we keep on going on this rate, this flipping thing is going to be The reason why I did that is because of the flight controls. The throttles were not where it needed to be.
Las Vegas approach, American 49 in the Chicago area with information X-ray looking for IFR claims to Los Angeles as filed.
Record 49, heavy
Yeah,
Las
I'm a little low.
Vegas,
Little low, Coog. Let's go. Let's get higher. Whoa. She's bumpy. Probably all that heating. Earth's heating. There we go, right there. Let's see if we can stabilize this thing. That's all turbulence is what you're seeing here. Just turbulence, normal. Heating in the Earth's surface.
Southwest 3597 at 10, cleared RNAV Zulu, runway 19 left.
At 10 cleared RNAV Zulu for 19 left for Southwest 3597.
100.
Los Vegas
Correcting speed.
ground, Frontier Flight 2127 holding short Charlie.
Frontier Flight 2127, 8 is X-ray current, runway 8 left at Alpha 8, taxi to Bravo.
Come on,
Roger,
baby.
Taxi via Bravo, and we have information X-ray on board. Frontier Flight 2127.
That was a greaser. Must have been. Was it a greaser? No, it wasn't. That was pretty heavy, was it? 270 was that? Did I see 270 on there? Because we were floating. Hang on, folks. I'm getting off on this. I'm not taxiing down there. Slam on it if we have to. Was that 270 on the... It felt like it was much better than that.
Ladies and
Gosh.
gentlemen, welcome
I had all
to
that power
Las
out.
Vegas.
That's probably
The
why.
local time is
Alpha 3 works.
11:38 a.m. and it's currently about 89 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use
approach
caution when
Southwest
opening the
661.
overhead
We're
bins,
clear
as
of
items may have been shifted
8
during the
right.
flight. We thank you for
Southwest
flying with
661,
us.
thanks. Traffic will hold in position, cross runway 8 left at Alpha 3 and left Charlie to the right.
Okay, crossing 8 left Alpha 3, and we're taxiing ramp on Charlie. There's Southwest 661.
JetBlue 22, runway 8 left at Alpha 8, line up and wait, traffic crosses downfield.
Line up and wait, 8 left, JetBlue 20.
Southwest 746, wind very low 3, runway 19 left, clear to land.
Clear to land 19 left, Southwest 746.
Las Vegas approach, remember going through class, thank you, Delta 30, big contact.
Welcome to Las Vegas, folks. We have made it. Trip
JetBlue
is
22,
over.
runway 8 left at Alpha 8, clear for takeoff.
8 left at Alpha 8, clear for takeoff, JetBlue 22.
All right,
Number
that's
405
done.
Tango Delta, Las Vegas departure, clear to destination airport
off.
via... Actually, number 5 Tango Delta, are you VFR or
That's
IFR?
off.
I'm in the IFR.
Alright, I gotta find an altitude that's gonna clear the,
Charlie.
Copy that.
Charlie something. Here comes the APU. Or Charlie something. I know I said that. Let's see where we're going.
Las Vegas approach, American 4384, flight level 270, descending cocktail 2.
Oh, it was 74. I was going to say 200. I thought I saw 200. I'm like 274.
Expect the RNAV 8 right, copy the altimeter.
Didn't feel like that.
4384.
Alright, 405 Tango Delta, alright, clear to Bravo Delta Golf Airport as filed, climb and maintain 7,000, expect 9,000.
I thought I greased that thing in there. I wanted to. I wanted to just float and grease it. Now you might see 2 gates here, and if you do, I apologize. It's just because of the stupid, this GSX thing. I'm going to have to obviously configure this now. We'll see if GSX threw double gates in or not. It looks good, except for United. That's not United. Southwest runs that terminal. We're going to Charlie, what did I say? Charlie something. Charlie 19.
Frontier flight clear for takeoff. Frontier flight clear for takeoff. 8 left.
Stop at 746, welcome to Vegas, left with the end golf. Golf for the ramp if you need it.
100 left on whiskey and golf. Whiskey and golf to the ramp.
I gotta get, the next thing we need to dial in is, yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to do some work here,
5
folks.
Tango Delta Roger, you want an intersection or a four-way?
It doesn't look like we've got double gates, but it looks like they are not lined up the way they need to be.
19er right.
And we got to get rid of the delta on the side of these gates because this is a Southwest thing right here. What are they talking about?
Runway
Southwest
19er
runs
right.
things. Alright. Good enough right there. Let's throw the brakes on. Let's see if GSX can do its thing.
Variable 3, runway 19er left, clear to land.
100 left, clear to land, Southwest 3597.
Let's get rid of that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and kill the engines. Let's go take a look and see if a GSX can do. Brakes are on. That's on. Okay, we're going to come over here. Now we're going to set our chocks. Let's go outside. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it looks like we have some work to do. Because this shouldn't be here. I might get rid of these gates and do like the normal, you know, the standard gates into this area. They recommend, and they actually recommend doing that. Let's see if it works. Well, where is it? No gate. It's not working. So that's what I'm probably going to have to do, is get rid of these. Yep. Anyway, we'll get rid of them. So that's what I'm saying. I'll have to just get rid of all these gates and then put the you know, the old gates in, which is fine. They actually recommend doing that as well. All right, cool. We're here. We're done. Turn off the seatbelt sign. Yes, I haven't even done any of my flows. So how's that? Cool. That's it, folks. Well, thank you for watching. Next week, I guess we're going to do the MD-80 if that's up to you. But we'll plan on Friday, MD-80 flight. I'll pick a Delta flight out of here. Something fun. A cool Delta flight on the MD-80, an historic flight. That'd be fun to do. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed this. I know it was impromptu, but we didn't fly yesterday, so I wanted to get it done today. And I'm going to go eat because I'm starving. I'm pretty hungry. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for chilling out with us, and enjoy your Saturday. And there's something I needed to do, and I forgot what I was going to do. Something pretty important. Oh yeah, it's our ACARS. Let's see what we got. ACARS says landing was 74 feet a minute. That was grease. Now it wasn't even close to the mark where I wanted to be, but when you got a 10,000 foot runway, sorry. Yeah, I'm not doing a shutdown. I'm just shutting it off. You want me to do it right? Fine. I can't do it right because the gate's not even in. So you know what the passenger's going to do. Strobes are now good. See, that's why he's my FO. He's really good. Catches everything I do. All right. We'll see you, folks. Have a good day. Ciao. Thanks for watching.